What up, everyone? It's Toshi, and today we are talking about Demon Slayer Volume 4. So, I finished this last night, and I'm not dressed up. I'm in my pajamas again because I've got work in like just over an hour, so I don't want to go in, but I don't have a choice. So I figured I get this video done before I go to work, just in case I get back from work and my shift is so shit that I don't want to film. So whilst I've got the motivation, I thought film. So, volume 4, favourite volume so far. Like, I actually really enjoyed reading this. Also, I brushed my hair, that's why, if it looks a little bit different, that's why. I just brushed 2 knots, the size of Scandinavia out of my hair. That's why, it's like, the worst thing about having long hair is when you got, like, knots in it, and you gotta, like, brush it out, but it's not even just, like, the small knots as well, it's, like, those little, like, thick clumps, and it's just, it's minging. But we're not here to talk about my hair, we're here to talk about Demon Slayer. So, Volume 4 starts off with Volume 3 finished, duh. So, we start off outside of the mansion, Zenitsu's waking up off of the floor, and we're first introduced to Inosuke, which is, or Inosuke, however you pronounce it, the guy who wears the ball mask on his face. This guy. The one I said was like Kenpachi. I still stand by that statement, apart from like physical appearance. Personality wise, I still stand by that statement. But yeah, so we're introduced to Inosuke, and he is pretty much just like Kenpachi. He's very, very powerful, very strong. Just wants to get faster, wants to get stronger, wants to kill everyone. You get me? Not very deep, not very interested, not very emotional. Just cool to watch, cool to read about, cool to look at. You get me? So they finish up outside of the mansion. Obviously, it's discovered that both Zenitsu and Inosuke know that Tanjiro's carrying a demon. They then get directed to this, I wouldn't really call it a mansion, but this, I believe they're called the Fuji clan. Basically like this clan headquarters where an old woman lives who was saved by demon slayers like years ago. So she looks after demon slayers for free. So she takes care of Inosuke, Tanjiro, and Zenitsu, and this is obviously where where Zenitsu gets introduced to Nezuko for the first time, and he basically falls head over heels for it. Like, he thinks she's really cute and all that. Like, you get like. He just wants to smash. Like, you get what I mean. He just thinks she's really pretty. Like, he just falls head over heels for it. You know what I mean. He just goes like, he thinks he's like deeply in love with her. And then they get ordered to Mount Natagumo, which is where the story really gets interesting. So they start heading up towards Mount Natagumo, and then a demon slayer appears out of the forest, and he basically tells them to like turn around, don't come back. Like, they all started killing each other, and he gets pulled back into the forest. So Zenitsu stays behind out of fear, but Tanjiro and Inosuke run into the forest, and they're pretty much immediately encountered by more demon slayers, and they're killing each other, and something just looks wrong. Like, they're very clearly being controlled by something, and obviously, then it's revealed to be some sort of like spider demon, right? So obviously we know it's like a family of them, right? But just hear me out on this, right? The mum, like the mother, like, hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Like, you would, wouldn't you? Don't sit there and tell me you wouldn't, because you would, okay? But that's not the point. So the demon slayers, they begun killing each other. They're being controlled, and one of them states that it doesn't matter how many Mizunoto come, they need a Hashira. So it's like, from what I've gathered, I think it's like different levels of like demon slayer rank. So Hashira like at the top and Mizunoto at the bottom. I know it was in a previous volume, but there was just so many different ranks, so I couldn't be bothered to like remember them all. But yeah, so they're very clearly being controlled by some sort of spider demon, and then two Hashira, two high-ranking demon slayers, are released. Gyu and Shinobu. Gyu appeared in Volume 1. He was a demon slayer that attempted to kill Nezuko, and Shinobu we haven't seen before, but I'm looking forward to seeing more of these characters because, well, I'm hoping they're really powerful. I'm hoping they're going to have really cool, interesting abilities, but I won't get my hopes up, but I'm hoping to see more of Gyu and Shinobu because they're Hashira, so they've got to be like really powerful, surely. But yeah, no, so it's revealed that obviously there's a whole family of spider-like demons in the forest killing demon slayers. Tanjiro defeats the mother, who accepts death very easily. They try to rescue the demon slayers that she's controlling, but they all end up dying. Who cares though, right? But Tanjiro ends up defeating the mother, who accepts death very easily, very freely as well. I believe that the father of the family was probably quite abusive, because obviously the son threatened the mother, saying, you know, if you don't kill these people, I'm going to get dad. And, you know, we see the father at the end of the novel, and he's got a big spider face, man. He's freaky as fuck. Like, let me find the pages, like, towards the end, yeah. Like, look at the dad, bro. Like, look at that. Like, do you get what I mean? So yeah, Tanjiro kills the mother very easily. It's almost like she just gives up and accepts death. But obviously, you know, Tanjiro and Inosuke had to destroy all of her dolls, like all of the demon slayers, all the things that she was controlling. Tanjiro and Inosuke defeated them quite easily, and then defeated the mother sort of quite easily. You know, she basically just gave up anyway. You know, then we see Zenitsu, who encounters another sort of demon spider. This story goes a little bit differently though. Zenitsu actually is bitten, and the spider says that, you know, like it'll make you, the venom will make you lose your mind, and then it'll kill you. Zenitsu panics, passes out, wakes back up, and his powers are activated, and he begins to fight the spider. So, but that's pretty much it. Like, we don't know who's won this fight. We didn't really see a lot of it. Like, we literally just, he encountered the spider, he got bitten, he got told the bite was going to kill him, and now he's fighting back. So obviously I'm 100% confident Zenitsu is not going to die in the next volume. Like, I'm sure that's not how it's going to go. But yeah, so Tanjiro and Inosuke defeated the mother of the spider family. Zenitsu is currently fighting, I don't know if the spider he's fighting is like in the family, but so Tanjiro and Inosuke defeated their enemy. They defeated the mother. Now they got to deal with the dad, and Zenitsu is fighting another one of them. So I don't really know what position this spider guy is in. He could be the son. He might not even be in the family. I don't know. But the important thing is Tanjiro and Inosuke are fighting the dad, like the head of the family. So like the strongest one, I imagine. Also, the mother warned Tanjiro that the 12 Kizuki are here, so maybe the dad is part of the 12 Kizuki, we don't really know. But they were warned that the 12 Kizuki are in the mountains, so, you know, could be interesting. But yeah, so Zenitsu is fighting, Zenitsu actually kills the spider demon, cuts his head off, I've just realised. Don't know if the venom, you know, if that reverts it in any way, but Zenitsu defeats his enemy. Tanjiro and Inosuke defeat theirs, but then the dad shows up last minute after they defeat the mother, and that's where the volume ends. So, how do I feel about volume 4? Volume 4 was very fun to read. There was a lot of fights, which I like to see. I love seeing the action in manga. I like that we've been introduced to Inosuke. I mean, his face is quite feminine, which I find quite funny. You know, he's very strong, very powerful, very fast, very cocky, very arrogant. But his face is very feminine, so, you know, adds to his character. The spider mum, sad she's dead. I'd hit, personally. I don't know about the rest of you, but not bad for a demon, I guess. Zenitsu, we saw a little bit more of his power. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, not a whole lot went on. I mean, like, we don't know if the 12 Kizuki are actually there. We've just been warned. We don't know if the dad is part of the 12 Kizuki, but I think that he might be. So yeah, I mean, all we can just do is read the next volume and see how that goes. But it was a very good volume, you know. It was nice. You know, the spider demons, they're very well drawn, very well thought of. You get me? I mean, I know it's just nice appreciating the art style. The story was great as well, don't get me wrong. I wish we could find out a little bit more about, like, the spider family. Like, you know, how long have they lived in the mountains for? How strong actually are they? How many of them are there? You know, how many people have they killed? You know, where do they come from? Stuff like that. But hopefully, you know, we'll get more answers in the next volume. Until then, I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't read Demon Slayer yet, I recommend you 100% do. Or if you're more of an anime person, watch anime. I just prefer manga. But if you haven't read or watched Demon Slayer, go check it out. It's absolutely amazing so far. I'm only on volume 4, but it's pretty good so far. I mean, so yeah, hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, a comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. This is Toshi, signing out.